I can tell that some of you don't quite understand what I'm talking about when I talk about art as a religion. I guess I haven't made that clear enough. So I think what we'll do today is I'll try to clear that up, make you see if you can understand that a little better. Because I always, my cross over my M means that art is a religion, not a business. So if you want to know what that is, we'll talk about that a little bit. I've got the dictionary out here, and under religion, it says under number 1, belief in God or gods. And as an example, George Washington's religion was one of his chief supports during the hardship he suffered in the Revolution. That's one definition. Second definition, worship of gods or God. Christians and Jews believe in the same God, but participate in religion on different days. Okay, 3. A particular system of religious belief and worship. That's the third definition. Fourth definition, and this is the one that's important, this is one where when I talk about art as a religion, this is the definition I'm talking about. Anything done or followed with reverence or devotion. So that's what I'm talking about. To revere, we're talking about to revere something, to be devoted to something, and I'm saying that in the case of art, that's what we need to do as artists, is have to be devoted and revere, hold it in high esteem, art and artist. So that gives you, I wanted to clear that up to make sure you understood what I'm talking about when I say art is a religion. It has nothing to do with Christianity, or that's the same with this cross. This cross is not about Christianity or gods or any of that stuff. This is about devotion to art. I used to say that an artist had to be like a Christian monk who would sequester himself away and concentrate strictly on being an artist. I mean, I don't believe that totally, that's practical today, but that would be the ideal. There should be monasteries where artists go and concentrate just on art, and produce true art. But anyway, that's what that cross represents. It represents the devotion to art, the religious devotion to art. So I want to show you on a chart. We talked about the aficionado. The aficionado. What goes into aficionado? What does it take? Well, the first thing it takes is the understanding that art is a religion. They have to understand that art is not a commodity, it is a religion. So, there's understanding art as religion. Understanding art as religion. We're trying to define the aficionado now. So that's the basics. You can't think of art, aficionado can't think of art as a value through money. It has to be viewed as the devotion towards art, to art. Alright, the second leg of this triangle would be the understanding of the artist. The artist role in this picture. The aficionado has to understand what religion is, and what part the artist plays in it. Thirdly, He has to understand the subject that is the final leg in this triangle that makes up the aficionado. The aficionado has to understand all these things. He has to understand that art is a religion. He has to understand what the artist does and how he does it, what type of person it is that is a religious artist. He has to understand the subject. It's important because when the aficionado looks at the artwork, as I showed you before, it went to make the other triangle, to make true art, he has to understand what it is the artist is trying to do. What it is his subject. Whether it's a female model, a male model, landscape, whatever, what have you. He has to have some understanding of what that is so that he can make some kind of judgment as to how well the artist performed these three things. Do you see? I mean, some artists think that the subject is, for example, abstract art, they've removed the subject completely. They've made the subject the artist. That isn't the triangle anymore. So the aficionado has no idea what's going on. He has no subject. He only has the artist to look at. So he can't understand what art is about then. He can't understand what this... He's not an aficionado. He needs to know the subject so that he can make some judgment. You see? You see how religion ties into this? Not the God kind of religion. This kind of religion. Art kind of religion. A devotion. Devotion to art. And that's what an artist has to do. You have to take it serious and you have to focus. You can't have it as... You don't see money in anywhere in here. It has nothing to do with money. The other kind of religion has everything to do with money, doesn't it? It's all they talk about is money. Praise God, send me in some more money. Well, I don't say praise art, send in money. Praise art, period. Nothing to do with money. Forget money. You have to be like a monk. You focus. You produce true works of art. You don't produce com art. Okay. I think maybe you understand that. I hope you do. Next week, we're going to talk about Van Gogh, who was the, if you want to use the religious, if you want to use this religious symbol, as if you want to think of it in God type terms, Van Gogh was the Jesus Christ of art. He suffered and died for art, to show us what true art is. And we're going to start talking about that next week. So don't forget to come back. Go to my website. Send me an email and I'll see you next week.